Hello chaps and chappets, it's time for Hairy Nose Cam. It's me. I thought I'd make a little not quick video because it says that the game takes 45 minutes, but I thought I'd do a playthrough of Forbidden Desert and how it plays One, because it's a cooperative game, and cooperative game means basically that it can be played with one player. And this is a kind of game that, you know, instead of playing solitaire with a deck of cards, I wouldn't mind playing this time after time. So this is a run around, a run through of how the game plays, so you can see how it plays. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, I've set up the board, if you can call it a board, of the tiles there. Okay. I've already chosen at random 2 characters, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So it's the Navigator who's yellow. I put them on the crash site over here. And I'll try and make this camera as smooth as possible, and the Archaeologist as well. So that's the starting tile with the crash site, and it's already covered in sand. Okay. As you can see, the storm is in the middle. Yeah, interesting, eh? And then there's 3 places where there could be water. There, and there. And it does look like water's going to be a problem because I've got the Archaeologist who only starts with 3 water, and the Navigator. So things are not looking good. I've shuffled the deck. The decks are shuffled. I'm starting on 2-player version, novice, because I want to try and win. I'm not going to win, but I'm going to try and win. Okay, I may have to stop the camera at some stage as well to shuffle the cards, because I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I'll have to shuffle the cards somehow. Okay, so how does the game play? It plays like this. We choose a starting player, and for this I'm going to choose the Navigator, and if you flip the card over, it tells you what you can do. So I've got 4 actions that I can do, and then I have to draw storm cards up to the level that the storm meter says. So in this case, 2. Okay. The 4 actions, I can move. So I can move from one space to another. I can clear sand. I can excavate and turn the tile over, or I can pick up an item. Okay. So that's the 4 actions. So if you have seen my review, I've gone through the rules already. I did say one of the rules wrong, which is how the sandstorm moves. I just basically do it in the opposite direction to how the rules say. But it's still a sandstorm, eh? Anyway, let's crack on. The Archaeologist. Right. The good thing about the Archaeologist is he can move other people around. So for 1 action, he can move someone 3 spaces. Woohoo! That's cool. And the Archaeologist, he can clear 2 sand instead of 1 sand per action. Woohoo! I'm going to need water. So the Navigator is going to go first, and this is kind of a race against time, really. So I'm going to need to get these tiles uncovered as much as possible. And so the Archaeologist, he's going to move 1. And then he's going to excavate, because there's no sand on this tile, so we can reveal what this tile is. And ooh, we got a tunnel, and we can take one of these artifacts cards. And this one is the Terrascope, which means that I can look under an unexcavated tile, and it doesn't count as an action. I can play it at any time on any person's go. So there you go. So that's 2 actions. 3rd action moves to there. 4th action, turn it over, and we find a workbench or something, and so we take another artifact card, because of the icon in the bottom corner there says you take an artifact card, and we have a Dune Blaster, which lets me clear off a whole tile of sand. So if I've got a mountain of sand on one of these tiles, I can clear it off with 1 action. Well, it's not even an action, because again, you can play it at any time. It doesn't count as an action, and you discard this card afterwards. So there we go. There's the Navigator. They've had their first 4 actions. So now it's the time of the sandstorm. Now I'm going to try and play this correctly. There's the sandstorm deck. We take 1 card. So what it says is, normally I say that the storm moves to the east here, but it's actually the case of, it's over there. you move one tile to the right. So the storm is actually moving to the west. And then we put some sand on that, like so. So that's one card done. And then the second card is, oh, it moves back. So over to here. But now there's a level of 2, so the sand, that tile is impassable, marked with the orange and the X. Whenever the sand gets to 2 high, it is impassable, which means that you cannot walk through it, and you have to clear the sand. Now that's worked out pretty well for my archaeologist, who can clear 2 sand. Woohoo! So put them in the discard, and swap hands, and it's the archaeologist's turn. Archaeologist. I sound drunk already. And maybe the camera's a bit drunk as well. Woo! Anyway, so the archaeologist is going to do... I'm going to clear this tile of sand. That's one action. And then I'm going to excavate underneath the helicopter, sorry. Because you can do that. And it's a guaranteed bonus that you can pick up another artifact. And I've got a solar shield, which will protect me whenever the sun beats down. That's much like the tunnel there. If you're on that tile there and the sun beats down, you don't have to drink any water. So it's always good to have these characters together sometimes, especially with the solar shield, especially when you don't have much water on your characters. So I think that might play off quite well actually with the Navigator. I need to keep him around so he can move the Archaeologist right next to... I'm thinking tactical. So that was 2 actions. I should stop thinking tactical because... Now what do? Do I clear the 2 sand there for 1 action? Because I can do that. Or do I move there and excavate that? So race against time, so I'm going to move there and excavate. That's the 3-4 actions. And we have another artifact. Let's have a look at what this artifact is. It's a jetpack, which means I can fly anywhere. Again, doesn't cost an action. You can play it at any time on anyone. Okay. So there we go. And now it's back to the sandstorm. We're still on level 2. So the first tile is moves up to now. So I've got to slide. I've got to do this correctly and keep it constant. I've got to slide 2 tiles up. And so these guys get covered in, well, he gets covered in sand. But he can still move. But this tile he cannot walk through. Well, again, this is paid off quite well because... Oh, let's try and get... trying to get it straight and look nice on the video. Maybe I should have clipped my nose hairs beforehand as well. So there. There we go. So there's 2 sandstorms there. Well, this is... What am I talking about? The sandstorm is there. Wow, it looks big and ferocious, doesn't it? But there we go. That's 1 card. And then the second card is... Oh! Jesus. Try not to use... big words, Barry. There you go. We've moved 3 tiles down, and then all those get covered in sand. So this is really hard to do with 1 hand. And I'm trying to get this. These little sand tiles are really nice because they reveal the icons still on the tiles underneath. As you can see that the compass point is in the right direction. There you can see that there's possibly water there. There you can see that there was an artifact. So that's all really nice. So let's move back to the Navigator. I don't want to talk too long because the battery will probably run out on my camera or it'll stop filming on its own. So apologies for that, if it does. So Navigator, 4 actions. What are we going to do? We're blocked there, so we have to come up here. So I'm going to do 1 action. And then I'm going to clear the sand in that tile for 2 action. I'm going to move there for 3 action. And then I'm going to excavate for 4 action. Okay, we found a clue to where the propeller is. The propeller is going to be somewhere in this line. So that's the 4 actions. Let's move to the taking card action. Oh, let's clear these out of the way. Put them in the diffuse, discard. Just mix my French and my English. So apologies if I mix my French and my English. Okay, so I've got to move 2 tiles up. 1, 2. Oh, dearie me. This is not looking good for the old archaeologist, but he's buried there. He can't move. He has to dig himself out. And the second card is moves down 1. So he's got to spend 2 actions just to get himself out of there. Okay, so that's the 2 sandstorms. We're back to the archaeologist now. The archaeologist, he can't move. Okay, so for 2 actions, we clear. And now I can move. Because I was buried alive. I'm going to spend 2 actions to clear 2 sand tiles there. That's 3 actions. And then I'm going to go there. It's 4 actions. We take 2 cards. Card number 1. The sandstorm is yo-yoing. So I've got to move that tile down to there. And then it gets covered in sand. Doesn't help when it yo-yos. Okay, and the second card is it moves back up like a yo-yo. I mixed these cards really well, didn't I? 4 sandstorm tiles. As you can see now, I can't be bothered to bloody. Shouldn't say that word. Anyway, let's move on. That's the storm card for the archaeologist. Navigator, what are you going to do? Let's get these tiles revealed. 1, 2. Take another card. We have the time throttle, which means we can have 2 more actions. I might just use that now to get them discovered. Okay, so 3, excavate, 4. I want some clues. Why can't I find any clues? We have a jetpack, which is useful. I'm going to use the time throttle, I think, while there's no sand on these tiles at the top. So I'm going to put that in the discard. And 5 and 6. Oh, we found the propeller. So this is how this works. The propeller is somewhere in this line and somewhere in this line, which means it is there. The only thing is now we have to dig it up. We have to excavate that part of sand, and then we need to pick it up. That's a lot of work to do. But before that, it's sandstorm time. Oh, let's clear these up. I've got to get into a routine of playing this properly. 2 cards. The storm picks up. Oh. So now, that moves up to 3. But, we just carry on taking 2. And the sun beats down. Oh, not good. 2 bad cards at the same time. So the Navigator drops down to 3. He's not in a cave, no. And the archaeologist drops down to 2. Okay, what I'm going to do, as I am going to, it's the archaeologist now. Let's get some tiles uncovered. Let's go 1, 2, another item. I want a clue. Where are the clues? And we've got a dune blaster, which will clear off all the sand on a tile. 3, 4. We found a clue! The clue for the compass. I'm thirsty. Right, 2 sand tiles. 2 sand tiles. It's now 3, Barry. Good. Right, number 1. The sandstorm moves up again. It moves 3 tiles up, but we've only got 2 below, so that's a bonus. 1, 2. So that one gets doubled. Ooh, and this one gets singled. So that's 1 card. Second card. It's changed direction. So we move this tile over to there. It gets sand on it. And then the third card is it moves 2 tiles down. So 1, 2. So these dudes, these locations are even more covered. So that's going to take a lot of work. That's going to take a sandblaster to pick that up. Okay, so that's the archaeologist. We're back to the Navigator. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What would you do? Should I do a Rodney Smith and ask you to send a video in or send a clue in so we can find out what we're going to do and how we're going to win this game? Excuse me, I'm going to drink some tea. No game is complete without the cup of tea. As you can see, I have my Ediafix cup. I need to go back to Park Asterix and pick up some more. Okay. So now, the Navigator here is completely blocked off from this clue. you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use one action to move the Archaeologist 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, I should have filmed that at the same time. So it would have been 1, 2, 3. There you go. So on his next turn, because it looks like the storm's going to stay over this side, he can clear all those tiles off pretty quickly. So that was one action. 2 action, I'm going to remove sand there. 3 action, I'm going to move there. And 4th action, I'm going to excavate there. And I find another artifact, which might come in useful. It's another solar shield. Well, hey! Solar shields tonight. Okay, now it's 3 cards. Card number 1. Move a tile to the right. It's just a jump to the right. Ding, 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 ding. And then a step to the right. Put your hands on your second card. And the storm picks up. Luckily, it stays in the zone 3. Ooh, really hard to do with one hand. I'm going to have to put the camera in my mouth, I think. And then the third card is a sun beats down. So the Navigator drops to 2. And number 1. Whenever I think of the sun, I think of The Lion King. Do you ever think of that film? Oh, so it's not looking good. I'm finding lots of artifacts, but not a lot of clues. Let's carry on playing, shall we? I'll do the Navigator, and then I'll take a short break because I'm really, really thirsty. So, Navigator, he's here. 1 action. Turn that tile over. We found a clue to the engine. 2 action, he moves there. Ooh, should he? No, he's going to move here. 2 action. 3 action, clear that. 4 action, he's found the location of the compass. Woohoo! Here comes the compass. You can probably pick that up on his next turn. Oh, bonus. Just flick sand everywhere. I've got sand in my eyes. Anyway, let's do the sandstorm, which is on level 3. Level 3. We have a sun beats down. This is not looking good. I have to get these guys together. Let's move the Navigator down to 1, and the Archaeologist is on 0. He could die. Ah! If there's another sun beats down card, he's dead. Unless I use my solar shield. The storm moves south. Yeah, I'm trying to reverse this in my head. Need to find some more tunnels as well so I can hide in. And then third card, it does the same again. Oh, the storm has calmed down a bit. And there we go. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a short break because I think that the camera will automatically stop itself soon. So let's leave it as that. So there's the strawberry jam I was making until I had to switch off the extractor fan because no, the video hasn't changed. I'm still doing Forbidden Desert thingy. Okay, it's just that I had to pause, and while I was doing that, I was doing strawberry jam, and anyway, nothing has moved. As you can see, I've just downloaded part 1 into my video editor. This great thing here. The only thing that's moved is me, my camera, and my cup of tea is empty. So let's go back to the game. Right, we just played the Navigator, not the Navigator, the Archaeologist, and we're now back to the Navigator. Now, as you can see, he's not much water, and the Archaeologist is pretty much the same. I can't remember how many sun beaten down cards there are on the deck. I think there are 3. I think there's 3. Let's hope there's only 3, because that means I'll have to use my solar shield. Right, I need to get these guys together and get some water, because water is important in this game. Okay, there could be water here, there could be water here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I could end up on that tile there. What do I do? What do I do? Where else is there water? There could be water there, but you can't get there. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to use the Dune Blaster. The Navigator. Well, I'm not going to use it. The Navigator is going to use the Dune Blaster. He's going to blow all this sand off. First action. Why did I do that as the first action? That was a stupid action to do. 2, I'm going to move there. 3, going to use an action to move the archaeologist with me. And then 4, reveal this tile, which is water. Woohoo! We can fill up. Ah, that's good. I think that you fill up to maximum. I'm going to have to break out the rule book. Oh, because I don't normally get this role. My daughter normally gets the role of the water carrier. Oh. There we go. Rule book. Rule book. What does the rules say about water? Water, 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 buried. Digging out. Sun beats down. You need water. You need water. Tiles. Okay, the desert contains water tiles. When you excavate this tile symbol, reveal it. Every player within the pawn, with that pawn on that tile at once. Add 2 water to their canteen. Aha. 2. You don't fill right up. Bing. 1, 2. Bing. Well, that's not too bad. I've still got another water to find. Well, there you go. Problem solved. So that was the 4 actions of the Navigator. The flight of the Navigator. I need to clear these away. Right. 3 more sand cards coming up. One with Mayo. So that one goes there. No, wrong way round. It's now impassable, that one. One with extra fries. Ooh, lots of fries. 1, 2, 3. So 1, that's impassable, that's passable, and that's passable, but they've been excavated. We've got another water tile there, could be a good one. And 3rd, and finally, the storm picks up. Uh-oh. There we go. It is at the boundary of 3 cards. And now the storm is in the corner here. I've got the compass to pick up there. I've got the propeller blades to pick up there. I've got to find the other 2 clues. We found the clue for one of the clues for the motors, which means that it could be there or here. What are we going to do? Okay, archaeologist. My man. 1, 2, and excavate 3. Ooh, we found the energy source. It's somewhere there. Okay. And I'm going to go down 4. I'm going to go further away from the Navigator because the Navigator can move 3 spaces with the other players. So, cleared the 3 sand tiles away. If I make an error in this game, please leave a nice, polite comment at the bottom of this video saying, "You've made an error. You are..." Okay. Back and forth like a yo-yo. Every day it's getting closer, moving faster than a rocket. Okay. Card number 2 is... oh, it's never the way you want it to go. This storm is a storm in a teacup. Teacup. And the 3rd card, we move. Oh, it moves 3, but it can only move 2, so that's not too bad. It's funny, normally when I play this game, the storm just sits in the corner and can't move anywhere. I must have shuffled these cards really, really well. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good for the Navigator, because he's now right next to, and he can do a Dune Blaster, or we can use his power to dig all that up. Ah, that's not too bad. Right, back to the Navigator. Okay, and just make sure that I've got plenty of time on this video before it stops itself again. Okay, Navigator. You are going to clean that. 1. You're going to move there. 2. You're going to reveal it. 3. Aha! We found the motor, which is there. And then you're going to go back here. 4. Now, I can't pick up any more water. You only get water when the tile is revealed for the first time. And all the players on that tile will get that water. Well, 2 water. So they're all remplir. Remplir. Here we go, French. They will fill up their flasks. Okay, so now we've found the motor! Woohoo! But unfortunately, this is a sandstorm. There's a sandstorm. And we go 1. Sun beats down. Oh! There must be 4. Because we went 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there must be 4. So I'm going to lose water. I'm not going to use my shields or anything. And number 2 is the storm moves. Oh, so close. There goes the propeller blade. Whee! Oh, and it's covered in sand. We're not doing too bad for sand. I mean, if we ever run out of sand here, game over, dude. Game over, man. What are we going to do? Why did you put her in charge, sir? Okay. Lost myself there. Oh, card number 3. Ooh. And it moves. Oh. Hey. I was blown away like a storm in the ocean. Right, I need to start picking up this stuff. Right, I can't move. That's the 3 cards, sorry. And we're back to the Archaeologist. And we're back to Hairy Nose. And we're back to the Archaeologist. Right, so if there were 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so there's another Storm Picks Up card in the last 3 cards here, which is not too bad. And then I'm going to have to shuffle the deck. So I'm going to have to do a little... I can shuffle the deck. I've still got 10 minutes or so still left on this video before it stops itself. Okay, so we are with the Archaeologist. The Archaeologist, he needs to dig himself out for 1 so he can move. 2, that's 1 action. Because he can take off 2 sand. 2! I'm going to... if I excavate there, that's 2 actions. If I then use the Dune Blaster, which doesn't cost an action to remove that, and then move there, that's 3 actions, and then excavate is 4 actions, and pick up would be 5 actions. So I might be best off using the Dune Blaster. I can remove sand from your tile or an adjacent tile, and I can play it at any time. It doesn't cost an action. And there we go. More sand in the reserve. So that was 1 action. 2 action, move here. 3 action, excavate, because I can't pick up this propeller until there's no sand and the tile has been excavated. And we found an item. Let's take an item card. We have a water reserve. Oh, that's a bonus for the Archaeologist. That's a bonus for all the players, because you need to. It works the same as the well. When the players are on the same space, you use that card and everyone gets 2 water. Whee! So cleared the sand. Moved after removing. That's 2, 3, 4. 4th action. Oh, I can't remember the Final Fantasy thing now. It finishes like that though, doesn't it? Anyway, leave a comment in below of how you do the Final Fantasy. Congratulations, you killed all the baddies thing. Because I can't remember. Oh, something like that. Anyway, I'm getting lost now. That was my 4th action. 4th action. Now we move on to the draw the sandstorm cards. And so the first card is the sandstorm moves north by 2 spaces. And as you can see, this tile has moved. It was telling you that the clue was in this row, but that item is still on that tile. Does that make sense? I just said it and it didn't seem to make sense. Yeah, once you found the 2 clues for where the location is, that item goes on that tile, and wherever that tile moves is wherever that item is. Okay, let's go. The sandstorm moves 2 to the east, but it can only move 1 because it's the edge of the board, and that's now buried under the sand. Much like that. So now we've got to dig the sand up to pick that up. Oh, so that's 1 action to pick that up. 2 to move there, 3 to clear it, 4. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking good. I'm not going to count my chickens yet though. And this should be a storm thing. No, it's not. Oh, strange. Okay. So now we move west. we go west. Go west, it is peaceful there, go west. That's just made it a bit harder now because now I've got a lot more sand to dig up to get these items. I should have sang, we close our eyes, we never lose a game. So, that's that done. Right, what am I going to do? I'm going to need to pause the video and shuffle these cards because shuffle cards with one hand is really hard to do. So I'm going to stop the video. You can look at my nose, my hairy, beautiful nose, and part 3 will come in a sec. Here we go, part 3. The tea has been replenished. The deck has been riffle shuffled. I don't like doing riffle shuffles, but I found that they do shuffle the decks really well. It's really hard to riffle shuffle a deck of Arkham Horror cards though. As you can see, I'm not cheating. I do not cheat. I may forget a rule or mix a rule up, but that's not called cheating. Right, so we finished with the Archaeologist. I just watched a recap on the downloaded video of part 2. This should probably be the final part 3 of this trilogy. It's probably a trilogy, an Indiana Jones trilogy. And we're going to go with the Navigator. The Navigator. Right, Navigator. You can do 2 of 3 things. I think what I might do is, because the Navigator hasn't got a sand thingy dooby-doo. The deck's been shuffled, so we're probably going to get lots of water problems. So I am going to, well, we need to find the last clue. We need to find the second part of the energy, and we also need to find the launch pad for where, in the shadow, lost in the shadows. No, it wasn't Lost Boys, was it? Yeah, it might have been Lost Boys. And yeah, so number 1, clear the sand. No sand, which means number 2. I should have watched Final Fantasy while I was. Oh, shoot a law. Okay, we picked up the engine. So that's 2 items that we have. Third action, the Navigator navigates north. And the 4th action, he turns over to... He found the launch pad! Woohoo! Shogun tonight! That won't make sense to the English. That only makes sense to the French. Okay. Wannabes to fly. Okay, so that's the Navigator done. Now it's sandstorm time. We're still on 3 cards, but I think it's going to get hectic now. The game is getting harder, as you can see. Right, the sandstorm shifts that to the east, covering it in sand. Oh dear, card number 2. The sandstorm shifts everything. 3. 1, 2, 3. Aha. So 1, 2, and a 3. I love to count. 3 cards. It's a sandstorm card. Oh, la vache. So we're now up into level 4. It's not level 42 though. Living in the family. Looking back, it's so bizarre. Archaeologist is doing. I should do a musical version. Don't worry. Archaeologist, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Well, you know what? I've got the jetpack and I've got the water. So if we do get hit with the sun beats down. And the sun beats down and Bruce Willis on the roof. I could fly over to him and then we could fill up our flasks together. Fill our flasks together. Boom, boom. Action number 1. He moves east. And he discovers a tunnel and an artifact. Oh, bonus! And it's another Doom Blaster. Good going, Tex. Right. So that was 2 actions. I could could move 1 and 2, and then that would be 2 actions, and then I'd be there next to the water. Or I could clear that for 2 actions, or I could just use the sandblaster and clear that and then move 1, 2, and you know what, I'm going to do that. Gym blaster in the bin. There was 3 there, wasn't there? I guess we'll never know unless I watch the replay. Anyway, 3 actions and 4th action. We found another tunnel! Woohoo! So I can go from this tunnel to that tunnel in 1 action, to that tunnel, another action. There you go. And we found an artifact, most importantly. And it's a jetpack! Woohoo! So, that's the archaeologist. Let's put those in the bin. And what is behind card number 1? The sand, get this right, that goes there. He comes down. And I was going to put another character on there, but I need to put sand on there. There we go. And then card number 2, the sun beats down. Uh-oh. So I'm going to let them... No, the Navigator loses water, but not the Archaeologist, because the Archaeologist is in a tunnel and he is protected from the sun beating down upon the guitar on the roof. And the sun gets so hot. Okay, that card tells me that the storm doesn't move, because I need to move 3 tiles down, and I can't. That's a bonus point. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. Okay, we are back after that short public announcement with Monsieur. Le Monsieur. Oh, we got no sand blasters. So, 1, 2, no. I am going to... I've got this tile here, which hasn't been discovered, and this tile here, which hasn't been discovered. There's 1 card left, so one of those tiles is a artifact, and one of those tiles is the clue to where the solar power is. So what I'm going to do is the Navigator is going to use the terrascope, which lets me peek under an unexcavated tile. So I'm going to look underneath this one, and there it is. Jackpot! So, what are we going to do? I will fly down with my jetpack. That goes in the bin. And I will spend 1 action to excavate. And so, ooh, look, it's in this row and in this row, which means it's there. And it's excavated. 2, I will pick that up. 3, I will clear that sand. I could have used the terrascope to see if that was water or if that was water. And then 4, I will move there. I think that's a wise move. I'm thinking. Sorry, moment pause there. Okay, so that was my 4 actions. I hope, it doesn't feel like it was 4 actions, but I'll only find out if it was 4 actions by watching the video back again. Okay, card number 1, the storm picks up. Number 2, because we've got to pick 4 cards now. The tile goes, oh no, so the sandstorm doesn't move. That's another good card. The sun beats down, which is not a good card. So, I can do that. And he's okay, because he's in the sun. He's in the sun, he's in the sun, he's in the shade. Cards can be played at any time. So, use the jetpack. That's what the card says. It may be wrong in the rules, but he can use the jetpack to move to there. Okay, and then he's going to use his secret water reserve to fill up 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then it's another card. If it's a sun beats down upon... it's not too bad. And again, the sandstorm's blocked. Woohoo! This is going good. There is a chance. There is a very good chance. Now, all I've got to do is pick up the compass and get to the landing pay, and then off we go. We've won. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking very, very good. Okay. So, what we're going to do... Whose go is it? I've forgotten whose go it is. It was the Navigator who went. Yep, so now it's the Archaeologist. The Archaeologist bonus moves 1. Clears the sand off an adjacent tile. 2, 3. And then moves there. 4. Clear these away. 4 cards. This is getting tense. The sandstorm moves up. Whoop. More sand. Second card. The sandstorm moves 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is not too bad. 1, 2, and 3. 2 more cards to go. The sandstorm moves 1 tile up like that. Ooh. And then last, 4th card, it moves that way. Oh, this is looking very good. I can't believe this is going to win. What am I taking it off for? Don't take it off. There we go! Get to with a cup of tea. Really good. This is getting tense. We win this game. When we play as a family, we don't win all the time. We do win, what, 2 times out of 10. Well, that'd be 1 time out of 5. But we always play on novice because we got a little girl. And she loves this game and she loves playing. Navigator. Right, I'm getting off track now. Navigator. Navigator. You know what? I'm going to, if I excavate, that's 1 action. If I move, that's 2 actions. If I clear the sands, 3 actions. If I pick up the compass, that's 4 actions. We're both together still. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to excavate, because if this is water, it's not water. It's a mirage, an oasis. There is nothing here. These are not the droids you're looking for. Okay, and so that was 1 action. 2 moves there. 3 clears the sand. 4 picks up the compass. Yay! I now have all the artifacts. I now know where the launch pad is. And there's the boat on the launch pad ready for takeoff. And now all I've got to do is get there. But we got probably another 2 turns to go. Another 2 turns of storm. Here it comes. It moves 2 that way. And we look like we got enough sand tiles here to keep us covered. Ooh, that went the wrong way around. Let's put that there anyway. So that's 1 card. 2nd card. Tension, tension. A storm picks up. Ah! Card number 3. The storm moves. Oh God. It moves me away. Away. Away from me. Away from Duran Duran, yeah. And last but not least, is it sun beats down? No! The storm doesn't move. Chance. Thing is, I've got to get up there, which is going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. So that was the Navigator who went. The Archaeologist. He moves 1. He clears the sand. 2. He's still got his solar shield, which is a bonus in his jetpack. He moves 3. And he moves 4. He's on the launch pad. He is ready. He has his propeller. He's been busy working. He's got his propeller. He is now waiting for the Navigator. But we've got 1 more storm to go. This could be the game. Card number 1. Storm moves. Ah, disaster. 1, 2, 1, wrong way round. 1, 2, we're running out of sand. Let's see what card number 2 is. Card number 2 moves, oh, it's moving away this storm. Hopefully it's lots of 1s that we got next. And then card number 3, the sandstorm moves south. South of the border. The words come into my head, but the tune doesn't. That's unusual. Normally the tune comes into my head, not the words. And then last but not least, woo! Shugan. 1, 2. Stop saying Shugan. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, there's no 3. This looks like an easy victory. So we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can do it. Yes, it's an easy victory. Navigator. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've probably got a... Oh, I'm going to have to read the rules. Probably got to clear the sand off. How have we got to clear the sand off? How do you win? Winning the game. Get to the launch pad. Once you have the 4 necessary parts, all players must find their way to the launch pad tile where everyone can insert their piece of the flying machine, start the engine and escape to win. Remember, the launch pad must be unblocked. It is unblocked. That is unblocked sand. That is sand, but it's not blocking. So there we go. We have installed all the components into the flying machine. And I have won. Eat that, Rodney Smith. And it goes on the back. You think it goes on the front. Yeah, you think that the propeller would go on the front, but it doesn't, because it keeps falling off. It goes on the back. Like, this is really hard with one hand. One hand. Oh, sucks. There we go. So my team of 2. I didn't think I was going to win, honestly, because normally you need the other role, which is the water carrier, and they're pretty good. Right, battery is getting low, and I'm approaching the 20-minute mark, which means it's going to be shut off. So there you go. That's how you play Forbidden Desert, and this is how you drink tea. You know, it's the pinky is not coming out. It's a big cup. If it's a small cup, it comes out. Very sugary. Okay, so that's Forbidden Desert. As you can see, it's a very easy game to play on your own. You should play with lots of roles if you wanted to. You can set the level however hard you want to do it. I put it on easy because I'm a wimp. And I play Arkham Horror like that as well. I put it on easy. I choose an easy monster. No, I don't choose an easy monster. I do it randomly, of course. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's how the game plays. It's simple. And as you see, everything is beautiful. Again, if my review didn't explain the rules very well, which probably didn't, because I kind of just point out the important parts and how the game works and how the game flows. And I hope I'm not on the microphone. No, I'm not on the microphone. Running out of battery? Nope, nearly running out of battery. So I'm going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed this video. I may do some more one-player games like SOS Titanic and Defenders of the Realm and Arkham Horror. Because I played that yesterday and I thought, why didn't I do a video? But anyway, as you can see, it is a fun, light game. A lot better than Pandemic, definitely. And thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. No, this isn't Watch It Played. This is playing around.